Ezego, whose real name is Chief Victor Nnamdi Okafor, was a controversial businessman, popularly referred to as the King of Money in Anambra State. He became a billionaire at the shortest period of time, and his source of wealth still remains a mystery to everyone. He went to Lagos in 1989 to hustle for money, and within a short period of time, he became a billionaire. Ezego was born on the 25th December 1964. He is a native of Ezego of Ihiala in Anambra State. Ezego only attended primary school and could not complete his education. He later abandoned his education entirely and moved to Lagos to hustle for money. But before relocating to Lagos, Ezego, in his quest to make money faster, joined an armed robbery syndicate that terrorized the people of Anambra State for years. In 1988, every member of the armed robbery squad were apprehended except Ezego. In 1989, he decided to move to Lagos, where he joined a mentor to pursue business opportunity. Nothing seemed to happen after being in Lagos for a while. Then suddenly and behold, he became a billionaire and a well-known public figure. He was said to have engaged in Ogwego money rituals, which helped him gain great fortune within a short period of time. Ezego's source of wealth was unclear as he accumulated his fortune after only a brief time in Lagos. He owned multiple businesses, buildings, and a large collection of high-end automobiles, and he always traveled in convoy. He was known for his flamboyant lifestyle, showmanship, and generosity. Ezego built a number of large shopping malls in Lagos and Abuja. He has one at Allen Avenue, Ikeja, and another one at the Murtala Mohammed International Airport, both in Lagos State, Nigeria. In Abuja, Ezego also had another massive shopping complex. In this shopping complex, he ran and controlled one of Nigeria's largest electronic stores. His other companies were Vic Winners International Limited, Ezego Nigeria Limited, Ezego Holdings Limited, Vintage Zinc Corporation, and Ezego Properties Limited. His house in Ihiala was built with the marbles imported from Italy. The mansion is said to be worth over 500 million naira. His whole real estate outside of Ihiala was valued at almost $500 million naira in 1999, a mind-boggling amount at that time. Ezego had one of Africa's largest collection of exotic vehicles during his lifetime. He spent a lot of money on these expensive cars. He kept high-end vehicles in his garage in Lagos and Ihiala. Some estimate the value of his garage at 1 billion naira. Ezego once spent 14 million naira on two high-end vehicles, a Lincoln Continental Mark 8 sedan and a Mercedes-Benz R230 convertible. At the time, 14 million naira was a huge sum for two cars. He bought the cars from popular Lagos car dealership Tayo Ayini's Montreal Motors. Ezego was married to the fair complexion and beautiful Loretta Nkechi, a princess from Akata in Imo State, and the marriage produced 8 children. Not only that, he also had kids from other women apart from his wife Nkechi. When Ezego died, a lot of controversy erupted amid his family members. Although Ezego's life was very mysterious and controversial, his death was even more mysterious. All his assets and wealth became useless after his death. All his cars rusted as no one was willing to drive nor purchase them. His houses were abandoned as no one wanted to live in them or purchase them either, as the community firmly believed that he made his money through diabolical means. Furthermore, all his businesses collapsed under strange circumstances. Ezego would normally take a flight from Lagos to Enugu and then take a convoy all the way from Enugu to Ihiala. However, the fatal rate of air crashes during that period claimed to have made him change his mind. The outcome was disastrous for the business mogul. Sadly, on 23rd December 1999, he was involved in a fatal automobile crash under bizarre circumstances. Ezego hardly ever drove, rather, he had a personal driver whom he traveled with, but on this journey, it was reported that he instructed his personal driver not to drive and that he intended to drive himself. Ezego decided to get behind his luxury jeep in the convoy and drive himself all the way from Lagos to Ihiala. The car developed faults on their way along Lagos-Ibadan Expressway, but finally broke down completely in Asaba, Delta State. Ezego did not want to leave his cherished automobile in the middle of nowhere in Asaba at the mercy of robbers, so he bellowed at one of his boys to purchase a chain so the jeep could be towed. The boy returned with the chain, which was then attached to the faulty jeep. However, that was the beginning of his problem, because Ezego was said to have insisted on towing the broken down vehicle all by himself, with him driving the Lexus pulling the broken down vehicle. So he was in front while another of his boys was behind the wheels of the broken down vehicle. Tragedy struck when they entered Anambra State between Ozobolo and Okija on the Onitsha/Owerri Express Road. At that point, they were just 2 kilometers away from Ihiala in Anambra State, Ezego's final home destination, and that was when the dead decided to unveil on this dreadful figure. Ezego reportedly ran into a damaged portion of the road while he was going down a steep slope, and all of a sudden he stepped on the brakes. The driver of the broken down vehicle behind him was caught unawares, and as he was not even prepared for the sudden stop, he suddenly rammed the broken down vehicle into Ezego's shiny Lexus, sending the billionaire tumbling down a deep ditch by the roadside. Immediately this happened, his convoy was thrown into a pandemonium. Those in his convoy made frantic and desperate efforts to get him out of the ditch and get him the most effective medical attention promptly. By the time they finally succeeded in getting Ezego out of the ditch, he had sustained a deep gash and his face was massively puffed up. He was rushed to the nearby hospital, Our Lady of Lourdes Hospital, where Ezego incidentally made a donation of 15 million naira a few years before the accident. He was still alive and stable when they brought him to the hospital, and all the medical workers went into an overdrive to save the life of a man they know as a mentor and a generous giver. However, things got worse, and to make matters even more frightening, there was no doctor on duty. By the time a medical doctor eventually showed up, Ezego was already bleeding through his mouth. He was having internal bleeding and was already in shock. All attempts to stabilize him failed. At that point, his family members suggested that he should be moved quickly to a better equipped hospital in Port Harcourt. Unfortunately, Ezego died while he was on his way to Port Harcourt. Ezego died on 25th December 1999 at the age of 35 years old. He only enjoyed his wealth 5 years. Ezego property started to rust as nobody wants to have anything to do with the property. His family abandoned his house and the house grew in grasses and died off. His cars nobody wished to drive and the car rusted and died off. All his businesses collapsed. All his mansions were destroyed. Everything happened mysteriously, and everyone believed that Ezego made his money through diabolical means. He made his money through money ritual, and when he died, all his wealth vanished with him.
This is Ezego Ndibo, his house before he died. Ezego king of money, his house, before he died. Okay, yeah, Obia.
Obi nke ọzọ dị.
Okay, na foto ya ebe a.
Yeah, forgive.
This is the Obi of Ezego before he died. See Ezego. This is Ezego of Ndigbo before he died. Ezego, how I wish you were to be alive. He would have been a blessing to us. This is his palace. Ezego of Ihiala. Ezego Ndigbo. His buildings. First of its kind. Only maybe Chakwana. I want to. I said, no, maybe China.
Yeah, only maybe.
No.
I get mine.
Ebe moto si ha no. Ọ dị osu nnukwu moto ya.
N'azụ ụlọ.
Ka anyị gaa na efecha ebe anyị biri ya.
Eresighị ya m. Eresighị ya. Anụ agwụrụ ọtọ. Buoni ibe. Buoni Ezego.
Ezego. Kebe anyị niri ya, kebe niri ya.
Underground.
Okay, again. This is where Ezego was buried. This is underground.
Flash.
Okay, ebe a ka niri ya. This is where Ezego was buried. Underground. Kana pokwa.
Ikaw. Ikaw.
Nakabara.
Lamborghini, what is Lamborghini?
Oh, this is Ezego swimming pool. This is where he used to come and swim. This is his swimming pool where he used to come and relax himself before he died. This is the uncompleted building in his house. This is the house he was building before he died.
Okay.